This is the last ever season of this NASCAR GT series under the NASCAR name, under the FTRS name. I'm joined by my brilliantly mannered co-host, Matthew. This ain't gonna end well, is it?
Nope.
And myself, Jono. So,
normally I'm well mannered, but seeing as important people are watching, I will not speak.
Seeing as okay, they're not watching yet. We're fine.
Good.
No one's watching yet.
No
anyway.
one's watching yet. It's just for people coming back and watching
Yeah.
it back.
Hello, if you're watching this back after the race.
Ah.
Well, you've had a go at me for singing before, so.
Probably gonna disconnect.
Oh no, that would not be good.
That would be very good.
Not in terms of Jackson being angry at me. It wouldn't.
Oh well.
Anyway, how are you doing in the comments?
Not like
Oh, no one's here yet.
Big at this point.
Yeah, no.
It's not like FTRS are looking for drivers.
Hmm.
I join here.
No, you cannot. You're not being a safety car.
Oh.
Ugh. So who are you?
The safety car.
Who are you backing to win today's race?
Aston, if he joins. If not, Ducky. He's not in the championship, is he?
Oh, going for an outside shout, someone who isn't in the championship fight.
Yeah, I want someone to ruin it.
That would
just
probably end up being that. It would be fairly funny if someone outside of the championship fight won. We have a viewer now. Hello.
Oh, okay. Now I've got to be well mannered.
Yes, now you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're personally backing someone outside of the championship fight to win today's race?
Yep.
Okay. Personally, I think I can see this going down to either Jackson or Tyler. Given this season's previous races at Northern Isle Speedway, neither AMCF 33 Aaron or SML07 Seb, neither of them have really quite performed here. There's always been something not quite there, if that makes sense. They've just not quite had the pace.
They've been pants. Summed up.
Yes, that. 2 viewers now. Hello, 2 people.
Now I've got to be even more well mannered.
And even less swearing.
Yeah.
I currently watch Aaron throw some laps down in practice.
That's why I'm not trying to speak as much.
That won't be fun come the race.
Oh well.
SML07 running a white livery today. Something new.
Oh, not gonna say that.
Okay, good. I don't know what you were going to say, but...
I think your stream could be deleted if I said it.
Okay, yeah, we're going to start talking now, Matthew.
I'm just going to listen to music so I don't have to...
This is the rhythm of the night.
You're just going to get... You're gonna... I would say you're going to get it down for copyright infringements, but you're not that good.
I'm not that good. You couldn't tell who it was.
I could actually, sadly.
Nah. Yours would be more unrecognisable. I'm sure this is the coverage of the final that everyone wanted.
What, after discussing who's a better singer?
Yeah.
The answer is neither.
It's what you want to see. Three minutes out from the final. race. We got 3 minutes to kill. What did you think of the Verstappen-Hamilton incident in the F1?
No comment.
Oh, fun. What'd you have for tea?
Domino's.
Nice. What
Oh,
pizza?
I forgot to send you a picture. I
Oh.
forgot to send you a picture just to rub it in. Damn it.
What pizza did you have?
An absolute banger.
Was there pineapple on it?
God, no.
Good. Okay. I just wanted to check because you can't call a pizza an absolute banger if it has pineapple on it.
No, that's what the pizza's actually called.
Oh.
It's called absolute banger.
Oh, please tell me it wasn't the fish and chips one.
Oh, fuck off. I'm not that... Oh, sorry.
And Matthew
I'm not
puts his
that
first dollar in the
disgusting.
swear jar.
I'm not that disgusting.
I like how that's what made you swear.
That's how strongly I feel against that. Especially working at a fish and chip shop.
We're talking about a fish and chip pizza instead of... I'm sorry, Jackson. Anyway, so let's look at...
Is he in the stream?
This will be fun. We've had no one comment anything yet. Comment us, tell us where you're watching the race. You know, let's do all that stuff, yeah. So, let's have a look at today's championship 4. The 4 people who have a chance to win this second season of Ftrs NASCAR GT. First of those 4 drivers is, if I just cycle through and find him, SMLZ07. He's our season 1 champion. Managed to take the title after a very close fight at the end. He eventually won his title by 9 milliseconds to near rival. And next on our list, R4M Tyler, who is currently driving backwards. Tyler in both seasons, however he's yet to take a title. Can he change that today? Thirdly, we have AMCF33 Aaron from Northern, showing us how he's run out of talent there actually. One of
Kind?
Yeah. Well, it's an oval. How are you spinning on an oval by yourself? Aaron joined the season halfway through with some impressive performances at tracks like Laguna Seca and Lago Maggiore. Managed to fight his way up into the Championship 4 after winning at Blue Moon Speedway last week. And finally, our 4th driver in the championship fight, Jackson. Jackson is someone who narrowly missed out on last season's top 4, having been a very quick and dominant driver pretty much all season, as he has now started the final. So we have 200 laps here to decide our season 2 champion. Let's get them underway.
Oh, we're starting.
We are
I should
starting.
probably pay attention.
Yeah, that might help. So on pole we have Tyler, swiftly followed by Aaron, Jackson, S. Millsy. Our top 4 in the top 4 positions. Forever Sin, Bunnies and Ducky round out the rest of the grid. And it's lights out, and we are underway here now as the cars get rolling onto the banking of turns 1. Tyler maintaining his lead, Jackson swiftly in 2nd place, S. Millsy up into 3rd. Aaron really not had a good start here today. as we look for battling in the mid-pack. Forever Sin finds his way up into 4th, someone who's gone historically well here at this track. He'll be looking to help secure his team, Chevrolet, the win in the manufacturers. S. Millsy has moved up into 2nd place, ahead of Jackson. Solid battle here brewing. He sits now as Jackson makes his way back through here on S. Millsy. Tyler having to come down to defend as Jackson moves through into P1. Jackson now in the lead of the championship and this first stage. As there's some ruckus behind there. I think it was between S. Millsy and Ducky. Forever Sin up into 3rd. What Jackson will be wanting him to do is to be able to get and just form a block between there, a barrier, so Jackson doesn't have to worry about what that Ford is doing behind him. So we are now coming round onto lap 9 as they come round through the last corner. Jackson leading us over.
I away for 2 minutes and we're on lap 9.
Yeah, Jackson now leading on through lap 9. And Forever Sin has done it. Forever Sin's now up into 2nd. So what he'll be aiming to do is just helping out his teammate Jackson there. To secure as many points as they can for the team, but also help Jackson secure that title. Forever Sin not in the championship fight, a man who can really influence things here today. S. Millsy has fought his way back up into 3rd, with Tyler dropping into 4th and AMC Aaron dropping into 5th. Appears there's been an incident with our resident North American as Bunny's our Canadian driver slightly behind the pack.
3 seconds back. Ducky almost falling off slipstream range.
One thing that is very important here, especially everyone pulls away from you. There is no real saving it here. So you really want to stay on your A game and be as quick as you can. So now run through turn 2 again. One of 2 corners here at Northern Isle Speedway. A track very much inspired by the Bristol Speedway in Alabama.
Keep going.
No, that was it. I finished my sentence.
No, it's not in Alabama, by the way.
Is it not? Where is it?
Tennessee.
Is it Bristol, Tennessee? My apologies. These 2 Chevrolet cars putting on a dominant display out front. Forever Sin just helping Jackson out, really. Meanwhile, back in with the battle for 3rd. S. Millsy kissing the wall there. Not something you want to make a habit, as he chases down that beautiful blue Ford piloted by Tyler. AMC getting back in the fight here as he eyes up a move on S. Millsy. Both drivers in the championship fight, of course. You really can see how good our I'd argue our top 5 are, with how close it was between S. Millsy. Oh, and there's contact there. S. Millsy bouncing off the wall, it looked like, and just hitting Aaron off into the down below the apron. below the yellow line, onto the apron rather. No. So yeah, Aaron involved in an incident there. Hasn't lost out massively. Tyler, however, has dropped off as he's now down in 5th. With S. Millsy up into 3rd in that 01 Dodge.
AMC has potentially fallen off the back of Smilsy and could be stage 1 over for him if we
weak
can't
slipstream.
get closer.
They run we run weak slipstream, so they get about 1.5 seconds.
Okay.
So yeah, as Aaron actually, after saying that, sets a new personal fastest lap.
Catching back up to Smilsy as well.
Yeah, that gap's starting to really narrow in. 2 Chevys out front, really just showing us what they're made of at the minute. Not quite able to pull away from S. Millsy fully, but they are starting to bridge a gap. Freverson sort of just doing as he's told, I think there, helping him out for the sake of Jackson's championship and the Chevrolet manufacturer's title, which I think they would be securing. Of course, Jackson, if you follow any of his socials, you'll know he's not the most prolific at winning titles, but he's very good at getting himself into title winning positions.
He's not going to be happy with you after the race.
He'll be fine. It's not like I mentioned how many title winning positions he's been in.
Yeah. Oh, Tyler going for a move on AMC.
As they now come through turn 2, AMC just a little bit ahead there. As Tyler sort of just hanging back 3/10, taking a lower line there, interestingly. With a lot of drivers preferring a higher line, making the most of the banking, making the corner longer but also faster.
Get more of a slingshot down onto the straight.
As he makes beautiful use of said slingshot to make his way past AMC. However, their battling puts them almost out of the slipstream range on S. Millsy. As we're over halfway through the stage, that's flown by. S. Millsy just sitting about half a second off the leaders. Nowhere near close enough for a move at the minute. But I'm sure, but he'll have to get past Freverson first. Back on the battle for P4. Tyler very much holding on to his lead over AMC. And let's check in with some of our non-championship drivers. We have Bunnies, the Canadian, representing Nexus Esports, down in 6th. Not the greatest performance from him, I'm sure I'll admit, but not a bad drive at all. As we jump back up to the battle for 4th, just as the 2 Fords here seem to have gotten a fair amount closer, as now actually the leaders are coming through on TM Ducky, really showing how much you need that slipstream around a track like this. So Tyler managing to just hold on as they've managed to draw themselves in a bit on SMLZ. I think they've decided to maybe work together for a bit. But a very good battle here. One to watch for the whole race, as actually AMC looks to maybe have a run on the low line. Not quite, as he just sits in the draft on Tyler. SMLZ here, close up. Well, not really. He's still sitting around 3/10 off. I think at this point you just want to stay on the back end of them. Don't lose your position. Don't do anything silly, because that's when it gets difficult further forward. With Ftrs, they're doing a really good job of back his guy, being the perfect rear gunner so far. Already, how long this will be for? I think at this point they're more battling over grid slot for stage 2. As we have our first comment, go SMLZ. So someone showing their support for the former champion. Well, not former, but season 1 champion.
For half of this time.
Yeah, you weren't saying anything.
Yeah, I was.
I didn't want to.
Be on mute.
Yeah, Ftrs has actually improved on his fastest lap, throwing down a 14.498. Meanwhile, at the top, SMLZ now making moves on Ftrs as they engage in battle. Obviously, both drivers running a higher line. SMLZ looking towards. We seem to have Wi-Fi issues with the gameplay.
Yeah, you are really lagging.
My apologies.
Times, but I happen to be muted.
Ah. But Ftrs just able to hold on to that P2 for now. SMLZ, of course, will desperately want to get through there so that he can have the opportunity to jump him from the start of the next stage. So, as it will be 5 to go at the line here. Yes?
They could potentially be coming up on bunnies to end the stage, but Ghost Lap Cars is on, so it won't. Maybe a few mind games, but.
I think Ghost Cars provide a little bit of slipstream, so that'll maybe help Jackson go a bit quicker, but not that he needs it at the moment. He's just set a new personal best. Yeah, I think a little bit. Jackson setting a new personal best lap, only 2/10 off the race fastest lap, which was put in by Ftrs. I think Ftrs really has the pace to go out and win this race. Had he made the championship for.
I'm gonna put this out there. I don't think Tyler can win this. I've been watching on board with him for the last few laps, and he looks really shaky. He's put it in the wall at the last corner a few times. Yeah. He's taken a lower line as well.
Yeah, it's not. He's been very different to everyone else with the lower, more say traditional line. For more amateur fans of the American NASCAR series, well, more casual fans rather, not amateur fans.
White flag, here we go.
Yep. As we now hit onto the last lap, there's a yellow flag out on track. I believe that is for TM Ducky. As Ftrs and Jackson around the last corner, and Jackson takes the checkered flag for stage 1. SMLZ just coming in P3 there, so he'll start 3rd for the next stage, followed by Aaron and Tyler. Not the best stage there for Tyler, considering that he started on pole.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Tyler had a woeful stage. He looked like he was all over the track, in the wall, in the side each time.
Yeah, not the best stage. Hopefully for him, he'll be able to recoup something.
Not what you want.
Yeah. But a very entertaining first stage, I'd say. We'd have to sort of wait and see. Tyler, we know it says beaten by a Northern kid, but you were last out of the Championship 4, so we'll keep bringing this up
Of course we will, yes. Stage
time.
2 and stage 3 will be in the darkness, so that could be interesting.
Yes, under the floodlights here at Northern Isle Speedway. Bunny's there, Adrian, our resident North American, celebrating.
Happy he didn't get lapped.
Yeah, small victories here in FTRS NASCAR.
He was 16 seconds off the leader there.
Of course, we would just like to thank FTRS, as this is the final race under the FTRS banner, as FTRS as an organisation will no longer be existing after this race. NASCAR GT, however, will continue on its own. So, yay.
Just waiting on Jackson to ready up, and then he'll start setting the grid order.
Jackson there just saying GG to his fellow competitors.
It's pronounced
Gugu. Ah, thank you. Is that a French pronunciation? Is that a French pronunciation? Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's derivative from the French.
Yes, yes, makes sense.
It was originally oui, but the English misinterpreted it as GG. So then they adapted it. Please tell me there's people in the stream.
There are 3 people watching right now. So tell us what you think of our interstage waffle. If you can be bothered to type, as you don't have to worry about that, because the second stage is about to begin. 60 more laps here at Northern Isle Speedway to set the grid for the final stage, essentially.
Dude.
All I can hear is engine noise right now.
Brum brum.
So, our grid, the results from the last stage. So we have Jackson on pole, Freversin lines up alongside him in second, S Millsy 07 in third, AMC in fourth, and Tyler in fifth, with Bunnies and Ducky bringing up the back. I'm being told I'm no Crofty. That's right.
Yeah, you're not.
That's right.
Very evident.
I don't get drivers confused. As we are now underway here, Jackson and Forever Sin.
You don't have to turn it either, by the way.
Pulling away from the line. Well, Jackson makes a very good start here.
I think Tyler could try and make early moves just to get up to the front so he isn't caught in any accidents of sorts.
That would make sense. It also gives him the chance to control the race.
Yeah, and I'll give him practice for leading in stage 3 if that
hopefully
indeed happens.
As Jackson now immediately on the pace and quicker than his last PB in the last stage.
What we're realistically looking for is a 1-2-3 for the non-championship drivers, just to show up to them.
That would be very funny.
Show the in real life system it's based off is flawed. Well, we already know that, but
yeah. Now's not the time to moan about politics. Now's the time to appreciate that Jackson is in the lead still.
We'll do that between stage 2 and 3.
Heading the fight against Jackson. However, he's got a fair few cars behind him at the minute, with AMC and Forever Sin there, with Tyler just hanging on to the back of them as they run down the short chute onto turn 2. Already 8 laps through here at Northern Isle Speedway of this second stage.
Oh wow, that's quick.
Yeah, it really has. Jackson's pulled away really, he's got half a second over the field already.
I think he'll be very pleased if he can bridge that gap enough to break the toe.
Yeah, 6 tenths. No, just just below the 5 tenths there at the line. With Forever Sin dropping further back now as Tyler makes his way past him. However, Forever Sin has made his way back through, with Bunnies swiftly on the back of him, making up for his last stage, which he was happy not to get lapped, but yeah.
Yeah. Then. And Tyler's still down in 5th. I don't really see much to do with this championship at this point. Stage 1, he hasn't really proved himself. Stage 2,
he really struggled in that first stage.
Either. I'm just wondering what he will actually be able to do.
Meanwhile, up front, Esmilzi has gotten himself right on the back of Jackson. As they thunder through the first corner, he goes low, Jackson comes across, they make a little bit of contact there, but that's fine. Rubbing is very much racing in this NASCAR series. Esmilzi really taking the fight to Jackson here as he goes on the lower line to try and make his way through.
I'm just watching the back battle, and Tyler could be bumped down to last after this.
Not what he'll be hoping for, but back up front, Esmilzi has thundered his way into the lead. Forever Sin has worked his way back up into P2, only 2 tenths behind, with Jackson down in 3rd. Jackson is fading fast.
No, he's got some legs on the field again, but...
yeah, seems to have recovered it. But that could have been a very slippy...
How quickly can he get it back?
That could have been a very tricky slide there for him there. Down through the field.
Indeed.
As he leads with Forever Sin very much challenging him. Tyler, much against what you've been saying, running in P3 at the minute. And running well, so let's go on board with him as he battles with no, I can't, how do I go on board with him? I can't. I thought I could. Oh well. Anyway, sorry for that, I teased you. But he has gotten past Jackson. As we have a fan here telling Esmilzi to keep a positive mental attitude. He can't see you telling him that. However, I'm sure you can go and tell him yourself. Oh, as Tyler appears to have gotten out of shape, but he has gotten temporarily into the lead here as they go down the back stretch.
Tyler might take the lead here.
Tyler, look, with that lower line, with assistance from his forward teammate, he takes the lead here. Brilliant recovery. Midway, 2/3 of the way through this stage, Esmilzi powering himself back through on Tyler. Not for long though. Tyler now in the lead, sort of just holding that for a second. Very much. Do you think he's heard us?
Who?
Do you think that Tyler?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. As Aston joins the room late, probably trying to arrive just in time for the final stage. A bit early if that's what he's going for. Shame we've not seen him throughout. He could have been right towards the front.
Indeed.
But yeah. Forever Sin past Esmilzi, temporarily a good battle between the two of them as AMC looks to throw a move as they go temporarily 3 wide along there. And Forever Sin just holding that position. Jackson looks low, making his way through as they are 3 wide around the banking. Jackson still in 5th. Goes low, eventually loses out, dropping back into 5th.
Managed to go. The fact that Tyler managed to have almost no pace to being in the lead.
He's really worked something out between these 2 stages in that three or so minute gap. Esmilzi back at the front now, followed closely by Forever Sin. That man really is ruining the fact that he wasn't in this final 4. It was tight as people who viewed our stream last week will remember. For those of you that didn't, it came down. They were level on playoff points, so we had to settle it between. What was it settled on? Championship points.
Regular season championship.
Regular season championship points. So Esmilzi's consistency just helping him out there, as now him and Freversin battle for the lead. As there's a bit of contact back down the grid with Tyler and Bunnies, one who isn't in the playoff fight there being our resident North American in Bunnies. As Forever Sin looks to line up a move on the leader as they go too wide through there. Little bit of rubbing. As he takes a lower line, just trying to find a way through there. Not quite working. As AMC, there's a bit of contact there back in the mid pack, but Jackson just trying to find his way through up into that third spot. I think the problem with this circuit is it's very easy to catch someone, in the sense that if you're in the slipstream you can get right on the back of them.
It's very
but
easy to
actually
catch
finding
someone,
a way
it's too
past.
difficult to overtake.
Just a shame that GT Sport doesn't have more ovals for us to run this series on. We're looking forward to. It did. That was with GT5. I'm sure when we inevitably move over there, that should be all good. Forever Sin has taken the lead up front from Esmilzi as they run side by side through turn 2 and into turn 1. The straights so short here, you really don't get a chance to rest your arms from turning left. But Forever Sin very much pulling away, doing very much what he did in season 1. Winning the second stage of the finale. At least he'll have that accolade for himself this season.
2/3 done of stage 2,
and they've really flown by the shorter lap times here. Well, massively shorter, as we can see for Everson's lap times there, down into the 14s very much consistently. Jackson's time from the second lap still the fastest, with a 14.439, but of course no points for fastest lap in this NASCAR GT series. Esmilzi sort of settled in behind Freversin, possibly eyeing up a way through, but not really deeply hunting at the moment. Have we lost? We've lost Ducky.
Yeah, we lost him like 5 laps in.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was trying to remember who we lost earlier, but I couldn't, so I didn't mention it.
As in, Jackson now drops into last place. Our pole man in last. As Esmilzi looks up the inside of Forever Sin, still not quite finding it, not finding that move, but of course, as I seem to recall, that Dodge has brilliant starts, so he won't be worrying too much about him. But oh no, temporarily. And as it stands at the minute, he doesn't have to worry about Forever Sin starting in front of him, as he is running in first. Oh, and Forever Sin's back in front of him. So Forever Sin in the lead.
I haven't heard a word of the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just been waffle.
No, it's just been that laggy.
Ah. If I'm that if it gets bad, tell me and take over.
I shall not.
Oh, okay, thank you. Anyway, Forever Sin and Esmilzi there, quite aggressive through down that straightaway on the exit of turn 2. Tyler back up in the fight for the lead here, as he runs in second, having gotten past Esmilzi.
Stage 1, he wasn't quick. Stage 2, now he's found his pace.
Something to do with the changing time setting, maybe? He just prefers this sort of lighting.
Yeah.
as Forever Sin back in that dominant lead, probably hoping to try and back the field up for Jackson. However, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going for that stage win himself.
At this point, it's just stat pampering.
It is very much. But that's not a bad thing, really, when you think about the season he's had. He's a driver who has very much deserved to be in this Final Four this season, but hasn't quite made it. As Tyler has actually retaken the lead, really found his pace in this second stage. Forever Sim with that lower line just cuts in front. However, Tyler has the inside line for the next corner. No, Forever Sin's going to hold on to his lead as they get quite aggressive up front. Forever Sin dropping temporarily down to 4th there. That's how aggressive they are. Really fighting everyone is tooth and nail for pole as Forever Sin moves back into the lead. As Tyler, with a bit of contact there, bouncing out down low onto the track. Forever Sin.
Very close here.
Jackson even back up in this fight at this late stage. Forgive my yawning, it is really exciting. As Jackson running in 3rd here. Smilsey sort of dropped off the back of the race. As now Forever Sin leading here. However, AMC stays on the inside through this last, and Forever Sin wins this second stage and has pole for the 80 laps final stage.
Top 6 separated by only 4/10 at the end there.
That racing was so exciting we just forgot the fact that the white flag had dropped. So it's some brilliant racing there from everyone. A bit more aggressive. Tyler, let's check out those race results. So Forever Sin took the win of the stage. AMC Aaron in the Ford taking 2nd. Jackson recuperating what was a fairly bad stage for him up into 3rd. Tyler down into 4th. With Milsey in 5th. He's got a bit of work to do in this 3rd and final stage. With Bunnies happily running in 6th, but however TM Ducky DNF'd. As we see here, Bunnies waiting, asking just to wait a minute. Probably to help his arms. I know for wheel players, people who play on wheels for this race, it is one of the most physically draining, just purely because of how much steering angle you're putting in and how long you're holding it for and how little rest you get between stages. Bless you. And Adrian hit back, so we'll probably be ready to start any second now. Wait, we haven't changed over the time setting, have we? No, we haven't. I'm sure we won't be a minute. What did you make of that second stage, Matthew? If he's there. Is he there?
Very exciting.
There he is.
On mute again.
Genius. Pure genius.
Indeed. Sometimes my genius
creates its own gravity.
Almost frightening.
As I'm just overhearing actually Millsy 07 trying to help Scott towards the title if they have to at the end, just in the hope that it's not one of the final four. Almost anyone but
interesting.
Almost a situation of anyone other than the championship contenders.
Indeed.
It's looking at this stage, we're set for a very even fight, I'd say, as we plunge under the floodlights here at Northern Isle Speedway.
Final stint.
Millsy 07 there, spinning immediately out of the pits. I'm sure he's just
doesn't that surprise me?
I'm sure he's just getting it out of his system as he lights up his tyres before laying down some practice under the lights. Unlike actual NASCARs, because these are GT3 cars which we have repurposed, these do have headlights, not stickers. Ka-chow.
Yeah. Ciao indeed.
So, just a matter of moments away from the start and the final stage of FTRS NASCAR before we rebrand next season under NASCAR GT. This is it. All or nothing now from our Championship 4 drivers. Jackson, Tyler, Aaron and Seb Mills. Forever Sin, however, our non-championship drivers starting on pole, followed by Aaron, Jackson, Tyler, Millsy, then Bunnies, Duckies, and Lewis Aggle, who has made an appearance in his Dodge for the final stage.
Indeed.
As they rev their engines, not too much, as we are now underway here as they charge into turn 1. Forever Sin getting a nice clean getaway, as Jackson has made up into second behind him now. What a start from the fellow Chevrolet. They'll be hoping to repeat what they did in stage 1, as a fair few drivers gracing the wall there. Jackson having to contend with the challenge of AMC behind him. Jackson not going to be too worried about Scott in front of him, as it is the first driver out of our Championship 4, the highest placed, who wins the championship here today.
Bunnies is gone.
Disconnection there from Bunnies, not what he'd be hoping for to end off his season. Not the season he'd been hoping for, really, I think, after making the Final Four last season. But we look forward to seeing him next time around. As now they go 3 wide down the straight, AMC has found a way past Jackson. Tyler in that lovely blue Ford. Tribute to the past Moto 3 rider, I believe. His livery, as they now charge round turn 2 at the to end lap 5 and start lap 6. Scott in that number 58 Chevrolet, pulling away out front. However, the battle for third really hotting up, as Jackson has actually slid down to 5th. Millsy 07 in third, with Tyler following swiftly behind, as Millsy 07 looks low on AMC. They thunder down this short chute before rising up through the banking of turn 2. Interestingly, AMC F33 here with the fastest lap on his second lap of the race, as we are 10% of the way through the race, and how that 10% has flown by. Forever Sin looking very strong out front so far. Really been commanding the race the whole way through, really. He backed up his teammate in the first stage. The second stage he was there or thereabouts. But a really solid performance from him today. Field all fairly evenly spaced at the minute, with Jackson in third, looking to find a way past. See, maybe, but no, just having to go defensive for now. So, interestingly, second place is not the first loser today, as it stands, with Jackson looking desperately for a way past AMC. As they now roar down the straight. AMC just almost losing out there if it wasn't for the bump draft provided to him by Tyler Jackson. However, as he pushes Scott around that higher line, just squeezed out into the wall there by AMC as he drops down into fifth behind all of his fellow championship contenders. He's got some work to do if he wants to get back up into that beloved P2, which he would so love to be running in right now. Tyler, however, running that lower line, I don't know how he's been making it work for him. Really, it's been a line that I struggled with.
It doesn't seem like it's working for anyone else properly, but
no, might just be working some magic on that throttle. As our top five have really broken away here. Really fair to say they've been the 5 best drivers this season, just with how they've performed across the season. Lewis Agel and Ducky just dropping out of one hell of a battle underway. Freversin very much holding on to his first place for now. However, AMC hunting behind him. Not too sure if he will go for that move for first, given that currently in second. That firms him the title. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of move he makes. Tyler running in third. Let's sort of calm down for a bit and relax maybe. Just give them a chance to get their breath and go again, battling. As now we watch Jackson closing in on Tyler, so much so that he has to take the low line. However, just losing out on exit of that corner as he actually helps draw the dodge of S. Millsy into play behind him. So far, as it stands, Freversin's lead irrelevant to the championship, as Aaron will take the title, provided he can fend off attacks from Tyler behind and the rest of the top 4. Matthews, your mic muted again. Nope, just seem to have lost Matthew there. However, out in front we do have not, I'd say, a battle, as Jackson, however, takes the lower line to way up past AMC there, looking not quite working there for Jackson as he drops back down into 4th. Behind Tyler, as there is a fairly large queue forming behind. Tyler, interestingly, operating with his hazard lights on. I wonder if that's tactical to try and distract drivers behind. We have no rule against that in FTRS NASCAR, as you need your lights to indicate when you're pitting, but he's not pitting, so I don't know what he's really doing there. As Jackson now looking for the higher line as they go 3 wide there. S. Millsy sat behind them in the end. Jackson makes that P3 stick as now he's let loose on AMC. Aaron there just really has to find a way past. He's got around 50 more laps to do it. Very important that he makes a move at some point so that he can hold on. As S. Millsy here, interestingly, having a look on the lower line. Tyler as well. Tyler has pulled out the lowest line there, and he's made it work. That's something that we've seen him do all night. Much to my personal surprise, as Jackson making a slightly lower line there work, but it's far too high to be called a low line. As our top 5 all sit within 6/10 of each other on track. Tyler there just getting a bit aggressive maybe. However, not a major issue. A bit of rubbing is racing here in NASCAR GT. Jackson holding on to his third place for now, as he actually makes a move on the low side here on AMC. No help at all with the bump draft from behind were provided by S. Millsy. Forever Sin here, really been dominant at the front. But a very strong performance from him so far today. As they now lap Ducky on the low side. Looks like he's been running in 6th, not too far behind the field. R-Frame Tyler making his way past S. Millsy there in 5th. That puts him in 3rd place in the championship, provided he can hold on to that. Jackson, however, has taken that P2 that he needs, but not for long, as Aaron fights his way back through. As we're halfway through the stage now. Jackson really just battling for the title, not wanting to finish. He's a man who's done that far too many times, in his own words, recently, so just really wanting to make an impact here and steal that title. And that P2 from AMC, no help from his Chevy teammate really. He's been superb today. Really have to say that Scott has been on top of his game here at Northern Isle Speedway. Jackson running 3rd, meanwhile behind S. Millsy makes a move on Tyler, fairly aggressive there actually, as he comes up on him before the move's done. As they squabble between themselves. Really, if I was the two of them, I'd sort of decide to work together for a few laps. Just help each other out, get in this fight. I know in last season's finale we had a couple drivers who decided to work together until the very end. So interesting that they've not gone with that system here today. Forever Sin still holding on to his lead. AMC, however, in 2nd place, challenged on the low line by Jackson here, who is all over him really. Jackson desperate for that title, as S. Millsy and Tyler there just looked like there was something out just slightly towards the back of shot, which S. Millsy wasn't happy with. However, the drivers will often overreact at this point, as they are so desperate for the title. As Jackson sends a move up Aaron's inside, keeping it fairly clean, just not quite got the speed to carry through onto the straight. He's been there or thereabouts. He's been all over the back of him for the last few laps, but with 30 to go here, really has to find a way to make it stick. So Jackson still looking for that pass on the low side. It's not seeming to work yet. At this point, I think everyone knows that low side overtake is the only viable one you can make. So if you can maybe either have more pace on the high line or just block that overtake, then you've got more of a chance. Jackson actually having to get on the brakes there to slow his car down, as he does move now into second place. AMC still on the high line. Jackson will be looking to move up and across. Forever Sin holding his line there, not helping his teammate with the toe. As now S. Millsy actually gets past Jackson, and Tyler and S. Millsy bringing their battle forward. Jackson has dropped right down into fourth there. Really unlucky from him. AMC holding on to his P2 now with Tyler running in second place. Tyler will be the man hoping to catch up. Oh no, actually, not too sure what's happened there, but Jackson's running P3 again. This is a brilliant fight here. As he's actually dropped down to fifth. Honestly, this race, it's very hard to keep up with. However, they have now, due to this excessive battling, they've dropped over a second off of the leaders. This is not good. This is not good for them, as Forever Sin and AMC have carved their way through. If they drop much further off, they will lose the slipstream. Once they lose the slipstream, that's basically them out of this fight, unless something happens out front between the two of them. However, Forever Sim will be wanting to avoid any collision or contact or anything that could really jeopardize him. Because firstly, this would be his first win. If he gets across the line, this will be his first win in FTRS NASCAR. Which is incredible for me. As we actually look back through the field. Oh no, Jackson is in the wall there. Jackson appeared to bounce off of Tyler there into the wall on the low side. S. Millsy also suffering there, as he's now 1.3 off. He's desperately clinging on to some slipstream here. Really has to lay down some laps, as that's the dreaded 1.4 number, which is really where the slipstream starts to fade. Just able to hook it back in, not quite, as it now tips over 1.5 seconds. S. Millsy gonna really have to push here in order to keep his title fight alive. Him and Jackson will have to work together massively in order to catch back up, as the gap now 1.6. I can see that gap only growing now. 1.6, 7 there. Oh no, as it dips back down, I think Tyler just running through the wall slightly there. However, in our battle for the lead, still very much line astern. Nothing changing much, as they continue. SML07 being told he's got this by fellow driver Lewis Aggle there, showing his support. So there is support within the field for SMLZ Seb to get a second title. Oh, and he's left. Well, he was supportive, I'll give him that. But that gap, just 1.8 now, appears to only be growing. So now, as we follow Tyler, who is in this battle for the front places, as he runs on that lower line, trying to find a way through, trying to do what neither Jackson nor S. Millsy were able to do, as there's just a slight bit of rub in there, nothing major, as he fights his way through on that low side. Tyler has made that low side work for him all night long, as we now, with 10 laps to go here, get ready, because this is going to be one hell of a finish. Forever Sin leading, as he has done practically all race long. However, the battle for the lead is coming to him, and it not only is a battle for the lead, it's a battle for the title between AMC and Tyler. as their competition sits about 1.7 seconds behind. Not close enough to make a real impact, as Tyler makes a move into P2. AMC trying to hold on around that outside line, hoping to slingshot back down the straight. Tyler holding that inside line. AMC just narrowly getting back through, as Tyler now fighting his way in front, trying desperately, pushing as hard as that Mustang will go. But he's got the same tech as the guy he's battling. This could not be a fairer fight right now. AMC safely on the bumper of Forever Sin. Milsey just sitting that 1.7 seconds off here. Very tough for him now, as he actually gains a couple tenths there. I think him and Jackson have decided to sort of communicate essentially to each other that they have to work together, or otherwise they're only battling for third and fourth in the title. Tyler trying to make that low side work again. It's not happening, mate. It's been tried before. We've seen it tried before, as we have now got less than 5 laps to go. That's 3 laps at the line there. As I say that, he's made the low side work. He's now passed AMC for the lead. This is currently the title lead. Forever Sin has driven a dominant race out front. AMC trying everything, flashing his headlights just to try and get his way back past here. But nothing quite working. He's going to have to drive faster if he wants a chance to get past. Oh, as he looks on the low side, makes it work, slides up past him. He's gotten past Tyler. This is AMC back in control of the title. However, Tyler on the low side there, fighting his way through, as we've lost Matthew, my co-commentator. We are on the final lap. The white flag has dropped. AMC, as they come round the last corner, can Tyler do anything? He throws a move up the inside. Forever Sin here, as they round the line. Forever Sin, who will win? Forever Sin takes his first win in FTRS NASCAR, but that's irrelevant right now, because Aaron McFall has taken the FTRS NASCAR GT title. Well done to Aaron. What a drive from him. Brilliant drive from Forever Sin to take his first win. However, that is not the important thing right now. The important thing is the fact that Aaron McFall has taken the win in FTRS NASCAR. I'm going to go get him for an interview. Just letting him know as to why I've sent him the party invite.
I'm back.
Now he returns after we've had all the drama.
I did send you a message.
You did send me a message.
It is your fault.
How is it? I don't see how it's my fault. Anyway, what a finish to today's race there, as we are joined by the Season 2 FTRS NASCAR GT champion, Aaron. Tell us how you're feeling. Yeah, you sat behind Scott for most of that race. You constantly kept that high defensive line working for you. How did you manage that? So, on a whole, obviously, that's probably the perfect way to end your season. What do you make of your season? Yeah, you came in early, you collected a couple wins. Did you see it going as far as it has?
confidence.
Well,
You barely got into the championship 4.
yeah,
You really annoyed Jackson because then he'll have to do maths.
yeah. Obviously able just to squeeze in to the final 4, and then obviously to win today. Not winning the race, getting close, however. But yeah, you really delivered when you had to. No, it really was a superb drive. We'll let you get back to the part you're in to celebrate with them. Thank you for the moment of your time. Bye. So folks, that was FTRS NASCAR GT Season 2 finale. The final race under the FTRS banner, as far as we know, unless there's a new league coming. But really, a very good way to finish that chapter of a league. Join us in a few weeks' time when we'll have Season 2, Season 3, and the first season covered on NASCAR GT as an independent league. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at another point. Goodbye. If I can get it